All I know is that your dumb obsession is gonna get us all in trouble one of these days.
Gravity Falls may be a family-friendly show, but part of its appeal is that the humor can be a little edgier than typical kids' cartoons. From words that border on offensive to culturally sensitive symbols and depictions of violence that might go a little too far, did you know about all of these exported edits?
Okay. I know I have a lot of explaining to do.
Number 1. Stanley's headwear needed a makeover. Stanley Pines' eccentric personality is matched by his signature costume piece.
Hey, look at you! Someone's all dressed up.
A fez-style hat with a symbol meant to evoke the Shriners. This not-so-secret society for brotherhood is considered innocuous in the US. But in other parts of the world, a reference to the Shriners could feel like a promotion of a specific religion or cultural appropriation. In Southeast Asia, they removed the symbol from Stanley's fez to avoid any unwelcome references. Number 2. Stan Pines lives. During some snooping, investigating, Mabel and Dipper find some mysterious archives containing info about their grunkle. They discover a newspaper headline that reads, "Stan Pines dead."
What? Stan Pines dead?
But in Latin America, the headline is translated to El fin de Stan Pines.
¿Qué? ¿El fin de Stan Pines?
This is much softer language for an announcement like that, which is honestly fair since Stan was obviously never gone in the first place. Number 3. Hold your reactions to this one. In the Season 2 episode Weird Mageddon 1, Bill Cipher scrambles Preston Northwest's face, eliciting a scream of horror and suffering from Preston. But in Latin America, those screams are muted. Maybe without the sound cue, people can just think this is silly rather than terrifying, but we don't think the silence is fooling anybody. Number 4. What the heck is going on here? Gravity Falls uses some words that are borderline even for younger audiences in the US, but Disney is comfortable taking a few risks with their slightly older target audience. The versions for other countries don't always take the same risks and edit out these words. One common example is heck,
What the heck is going on here?
which gets removed from several episodes throughout the series in Southeast Asia. Number 5. Fixing this must have been a pain in the butt. Mabel is known to sling a good insult, but they're not all suitable for international audiences. Usually words are cut out while leaving the meaning intact, but this one has us a little skeptical. In the Season 1 episode Tourist Trapped, Mabel exclaims,
You guys are butt faces!
but in Japanese they avoided translating entirely and instead went with, "Who's getting married to you guys?" Number 6. We spit on your censorship. In the United States, spitting is mostly seen as a bad habit, but in other countries it's considered incredibly disrespectful. This is why a brief shot of a miner spitting on the side of the road was cut from the show when it aired in Southeast Asia. Number 7. Did we just get sucker punched? Much like the word heck, the word sucker, or the more casual sucka, isn't acceptable to some international audiences. The word gets muted or cut whenever it shows up in the script, which is not infrequently.
I make the rules, sucker! Boosh!
我来定规矩，懂了吗？
We never realized how much Dipper, Mabel, and the gang liked this insult until we saw how often international censors had to contend with it. Number 8. The other white meat.
Oh my gosh, a pig!
The fact that pork is forbidden in many cultures made for an interesting change in Season 2. Stan's line,
But I didn't catch that pork chop all alone.
was shortened to, "But I didn't catch that chop all alone." Repeat after us. Pigs are friends, not food.
Good pig.
Number 9. Prepare for the zombie apocalypse. When the Gravity Falls gang defeats a zombie invasion with loud karaoke, close-ups of zombies' heads exploding were replaced with a looped sequence of the zombies covering their heads in pain in some other countries. This made the scene a little less gory and a little more confusing. Number 10. Harsh edit, brah. The Season 2 episode Into the Bunker opens with a scene where Dipper lies down briefly on Wendy's bed.
Dude, you're laying on my bra.
This action and exchange are absent from the version that aired in Southeast Asia, where instead the show cut to the opening credits right before Dipper went to lie back on Wendy's bed. Number 11. Bless their heart. Even turns of phrase that are considered totally harmless in the US might be taken the wrong way elsewhere. That's why Gravity Falls cut Mabel's line,
Curse my oversized heart!
from the episode The Love God when it was exported to Southeast Asia. For some folks, curses are not to be taken lightly. Number 12. This one's real, we swear. The word swear, regardless of context, seems to be a no-go for Southeast Asian networks. Stan says the word twice in the US version on the episode Not What He Seems.
Last night I was restocking the gift shop. I swear! Wait, I'm alone. I can swear for real!
For the international audiences, both of the lines were cut or muted. Number 13. Get back here, you meddling kid! When Dipper and Mabel head to a fancy mini-golf course and marvel at its splendor, not everyone is respecting the property. Good old Robbie Valentino gets caught spray painting the word wieners on a wall and then called out for lewd hand gestures that are supposedly happening off-screen as he runs from the authorities.
Hey, those are lewd hand gestures!
Unsurprisingly, this scene gets cut from some international markets. We can't really argue with this one. We kind of can't believe it made it into the US cut to begin with. Number 14. Mabel's donation was in vain. When Mabel accepts a quest to ask a unicorn for some hair, she thinks it'll be easy, but the unicorn isn't convinced of Mabel's worthiness. Mabel tries several stunts to convince the unicorn she's pure of heart, including donating blood. The shot of this noble act was cut in some countries, lest anyone fall faint from the sight of animated blood. Number 15. We have no love for this edit. One of the best relationships in Gravity Falls is the beautiful kinship between Sheriff Blubbs and Deputy Durland. The ambiguous nature of their dynamic is part of the charm, but unfortunately other countries don't see it that way. A scene where the two exclaim that they're mad with power and love got rid of the love in countries that still shun homosexuality. Number 16. Some of these changes are a real mystery. The Mystery Shack is the most important location in Gravity Falls, and the name for American audiences gives a perfect sense of the curiosities mixed with the shabbiness that makes this place so special. It goes by different names in different countries to more accurately convey that same vibe for local audiences. In Arabic, they have the Mystery Hut. The Dutch have dubbed it the Riddle Shack. Italy steps it up to Mystery Kingdom, and Japan keeps it simple as the Mystery House. Number 17. And this little piggy went by a whole bunch of names. Waddles the lovable pig goes by other names in other countries that all communicate slightly different interpretations of what makes a pig special. In Germany, he's Flab. In Bulgaria, Clumsy. In Argentina, Pato, which means duck, which, okay. And in Czech, they cut right to the chase by calling him Piggy or Fat. We love Waddles, and a pig by any name would smell as... Actually, don't finish that sentence. Number 18. Gnomes attack! When the gnomes join forces with our Gravity Falls crew to defeat Gideon and his henchmen, they aren't sparing anyone. In one spine-tingling scene, the gnomes stab Gideon's bodyguards in the back with their pointy hats, but this gets cut in some countries due to the intensity of the violence. Did any of these international changes surprise you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let us know in the comments what you found most unexpected. For more changes, details, and Easter eggs in your favorite animated shows and movies, be sure to subscribe to our channel.